All right. So, what do you say again, Robbie? Last we left our intrepid adventurers. Yeah. All right. So, you guys made it to Mystic Beach after almost going through a field that took you somewhere else. You were able to narrowly avoid it and sail around it and get into the city. Beryl was worried about the damage that the ship had sustained, so he asked you guys if y'all could port at Mystic Beach while he gets it fixed up, because he doesn't want Monty to get mad at him. You guys agreed, and it was a good pit stop for you guys to kind of stop by and check back home. As soon as you guys stopped there, you ran into Pastor Rephram, who is the person who built Pi. He was being picked on by some tourists who were accosting him for defending a so-called murderer. You guys attacked the tourists. You didn't kill them. One of them was Anne's and Robert's cousins. I think it was named Braden. Yeah, it was Braden, Aiden, Jaden, or Hayden. It was one of the four.
I think it was Jaden.
Jaden? It was Jaden, yes. And then you guys went with Pastor Rephram back to his cottage in Doorside Beach, where he explained to you what was going on with the murders. Basically, with the murders, Jarm, who was Eleanor's brother, Eleanor was at the home with Pastor Rephram. He was put to death for being found guilty of being the Ghost Light murderer. And you guys discovered that... What was that?
He's got a murderer name.
Yeah, right? Jarm.
No. Ghost Light murderer.
Oh, the Ghost Light? Yes.
I like the idea of Jarm being his murderer name.
Yeah.
Who are you? I'm Jarm.
That guy's a murderer. So Pastor Rephram said that he knew Jarm, that Jarm would never do this. What he finds suspicious is that after Jarm was found, he was quickly put to death, like without a trial, without an investigation, and he believes that there's more to it. Although his investigation has been stopped because people have been following him at every turn that he has, trying to find what really happened with the murders. And he asked you guys to look into it. And after you guys went to his house and he explained this to you, you guys all kind of went your separate ways and did some kind of... You went to your homes and saw what was going on. Do you guys want to give like a short description of what y'all did?
Sure. Who wants to go first?
Robbie, I got you first on my screen.
All right. So we're back at the house or wherever we're chilling.
Yeah, so after you guys all went out, you returned back to Pastor Rephram's cottage just at nightfall, about 7 o'clock at night or so. He set a little fireplace for you guys to kind of chill at up on the beach. He's got some s'mores and margaritas for you.
Nice. So yeah, you see Anne sitting by the fire, drinking a margarita, and I was like, "Well, boys, it was an adventure-filled day." As he kind of leans over, takes a sip, and you see him, and he goes, "Well, I went down and spoke with my ma down in the creek, and it seems that there's something amiss. As y'all can guess, the red robes are likely involved. There was a red robe that came to speak with Ma and asked her to set up a church in the area. She said no, and shortly thereafter that storm appeared. And since then, people been getting sick and dying. She said it seems to be coming from somewhere on the second island. And if at any point we want to go over with her, she can take us across and try to go and take on or, stop whatever it is. But beyond that, I didn't gain too much insight on the murders. but mainly just been focused on the what the goings-ons are with the crick. And he kind of turns away and again.
Why don't you guys give me a perception check as you guys are chilling by the fire?
23. Nope.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so Pi and Robert, you see Anne kind of turn away and like do a quick little cough. You notice that he coughed up this black liquid. And it's like this mucusy type of sick looking thing that he just coughed up.
I heal him because I'm concerned. Adam, what's that there?
Oh, it's nothing, man. I just not feeling great.
No shit. That's not nothing.
It's fine. Yeah, I've been through worse.
Yeah, but is that what all the other folks in the creek are coughing up right now?
Well, maybe. Yeah, that's probably something to do with it.
All right, because I heard that they sealed it off. How'd you even get in?
I mean, you can just pay your way in.
That makes sense. I mean, the only gate I went through was the gate to my front yard. I walked across the bay to get over there anyway. Because I wasn't going to take the long way. I'm like, you know what? I'm here. I can see my house. I'm going to just walk over there. Because Robert has a big-ass house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like right by the lighthouse, too. Prime real estate.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's the Grand Dunes, and he has a fancy house in the Grand Dunes.
Yeah, I can see your house from my stump.
And I can see your stump on a clear day. From the lighthouse.
Hey, it's a nice stump.
Yeah, but by the way, if we want to, we can all stay at my place. My mama said we got the room right now, and I knew we had the room, but she'd have been pissed if I didn't ask first.
All right. Well,
yeah, so I went and saw my mama, and I caught up all the book work for us, and I actually did find out a little bit about the murders and about what the Red Robes did. So when the Red Robes got to town, she didn't mention meeting a blonde elf, so I don't think Diamond Dude was here. But when they got to town, they went and spoke to my mama first because she runs the business, and I mean we're the money in town. They tried to get her on the side, but my mama don't buy no bullshit, so she sent them packing. And then they tipped the scales against her, and we are the only ship that's been able to dock here in a little over a month. Everything else that's come or gone, nobody knows what happened to him, including my boss. He left for Waterdeep about a month ago, and ain't no one seen hiding or hair. And if he had been in town, I probably would have heard about it.
Anybody see anything about the portal?
I told her about it, and I showed her where it was, and she was like, well, that's where most of the trade goes, because it makes sense. Here we are all the way to the south. Just about anybody sailing out of here is going to be going north to Waterdeep. So it makes sense they'd be hitting that just a few hours out. And I'm like, well, I hope my dad ain't in there, because if he's been in there a month, I don't see him getting out. That's going to suck. I don't want to take his job. I just want my little sister to run the business. She's got a mind for it. But I found out about the murder. Basically, all the bad stuff happening here happened when the Red Robe showed up. I mean, we knew that part already, but it's nice to have confirmation. And nobody actually saw this here murder, but they did find Jarm there with the weapon covered in blood. And a whole bunch of people all found him right at about the same time, which smells like a setup to me. And it also smells like blood.
Yeah, a bit.
But there's another fella. He's up there almost like on the same level as my mama for doing stuff in the city. His name is Mr. Dory. And apparently he took to the Red Robes, Syrian, and he's been doing great since all this shit went down. And he's had a whole bunch of Red Robes going in and out of this one warehouse. So I got a feeling if something bad going down, it's going to be in there. And I heard that they went to your mama, and she wanted no part of it, and that's why people in the creek are getting sick. So basically, it's all back to Syrian.
I hear Dory's not doing great. I hear Dory's not doing great.
Not doing great how?
He was looking slimy and blue, I think. Was that right, Vinny?
Yeah, slimy, like kind of like who's the guy from Naruto with the sword and the fish person?
The short guy?
Kisame?
Yeah.
He's been kind of looking like him.
It's Kisame, right?
Yeah,
okay, I take it back. He actually looks really great. He looks really fucking cool. He's not supposed to.
He looks blue in the way that Kisame looks blue.
And he's a
I was thinking he looks blue like the Eiffel 65 music video when he's supposed to look like a blue man. Right. That dude looks terrible. The Blue Man Group looks awesome. Well, I didn't know he wasn't doing so hot, but I mean that tracks. That's what these Syrian folks do. They get what they can, and then you're screwed.
I know that.
Yes.
There's so much. There's so much happening. I know they've got to hideout in Saltmarsh, in Mr. Rory's warehouse.
That's what I heard too.
Oh my god, I'm typing a bunch of shit. Don't mean to. What else? Also, I've been let in on. Vinny, did I know about what was underneath the altar at the church before I went home?
I feel I'm sure you knew that it was there. You just you knew about it for sure.
Also, it was brought to my attention. Another one of the King's Hammers is here in Mystic Beach, and I've been told that we can use it if we solve the murder. I think it would be a big help in the fight against the what is it? Aboleth?
Aboleth. The orca, right?
It wants to merge with the mountain basher. I got to hold it. They're like magnets. How do they work?
Oh God.
Smarter men than us have no idea.
Smarter beings than White Fang still don't know.
Oh man. Yeah, and as you guys are like,
He's a good boy since you've done that.
Has he what?
Have you asked White Fang who's a good boy since giving him that intelligence? He'd be like, "You are."
I mean, let's ask him, see what happens.
Do not
I wonder if we can find this
me.
Right.
Okay, it's probably not a gift, but
He'll be like, Bigson.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I keep forgetting about him. I feel so bad.
Yeah, your huge ass puppy.
What a Scooby snack sandwich for him.
Ooh, speaking of sandwiches, Pie, when we go by my place, if you wouldn't mind just letting my mama get one of the sandwiches, she could use one.
I'll let your mom make me whole.
I ain't worried about it.
I doesn't see anything weird about that.
Right. I ain't worried about it. Worst case scenario, Pie gets pregnant.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we got a pregnant robot.
You know what you would like call his kid? Maybe like a hot pocket or something.
He like gives birth to like a pocket calculator.
It's a little iron giant.
Yeah.
All the workers give birth to these, and once they've all given birth, they form a super Warforged.
Nice.
That's how Pi was born. What else did I learn? Oh, no, we learned that together last week. Never mind. I wrote down notes. I have newsprint on my desk, so I can write notes whenever I need. And I changed out the newsprint yesterday like a fucking idiot.
I play dumb characters, so I don't need notes.
I think like some big key pieces of information that you guys got is that you know that the Red Robes, since they've gotten to town about a month ago, that's when shit has gotten worse in Waterdeep. Some key things is that the balance has been thrown off. You know that they have a hideout somewhere in Saltmarsh. You don't know where, but you also know that they're working with Mr. Dory. And that seems to be the big... And also that Mr. Dory, something's wrong with him. Like, the dude is sick in some kind of way. Like, he's slimy. Like, he's a human. Like, he's a normal-ass human. He's not a half-elf or anything. And normal humans are not slimy.
Usually.
Yes.
Usually.
Unless they get slimed.
And that's... I think that seems to be the big pieces of information. Yeah, that seems to be like the big pieces of the puzzle. At this point, Pastor Rephram comes out. He's got a tray full of like marshmallows and graham crackers and chocolates and also margaritas. He goes, I know it's a little bit late, but you guys can have a drink, right?
Right?
You know, us beach dwarves, not only are we good at making ships, we're also good at making a good time. And he lets you guys have at it.
Have at it all over the place.
I mean, it's like a nice little scene. You guys are at the beach. You're sitting on these like logs with a campfire in the middle. You're roasting some s'mores. It's like the stars are all out. Like it's a very pretty scene.
All right.
And, you know, you do that for a few hours. You guys just hang out. While you guys are sitting, you also notice that Xardaar has a new bow.
What is it?
Why didn't you tell us? We all told you what we were up to.
You didn't ask.
It was your turn.
Oh, Vinny.
Yeah.
I never did resolve.
Your
Never
sickness.
did resolve with you the
I'm so easy to hit, and you didn't hit me.
what was it? The thing that Anne got from down in
I looked something
Underdark.
up, and this is what I was able to find. Wait, from the Underdark? Shit.
You know how everybody got the fancy stuff.
Yes, I forgot to look at that too.
Hashtag cancel Vinny.
Send it to
Let's
me
do
again
it.
in like real like you're explaining this to a first grader,
All right.
and then I mean I should be cool with it. I just want to like reread
right.
it one more time. Okay. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, so you notice Xardar's bow, and it kind of smells like flowers.
No.
All right.
I can't.
Xardaar picks it up and goes, "This is the bow of my father. He was one of the most powerful druids before the orcs attacked. He stayed behind to allow as many to escape as possible.
No.
And he also grabs this necklace. I am from one of the main Firbolg families in the clan.
What's your father's
This
name?
bow,
Randall.
Firbolgs don't really have names. Xardar's like the only one
They
with a name.
titles. They have titles, like what they do in the clan is their name.
Yes.
Xardaar has a name because he wasn't with the clan and he was given a name.
Oh.
So Xardaar
I feel
activates the bow and he's just surrounded by petals. Like little flower petals start swirling around him.
Nah.
What do they do? Mechanically.
Fuck around to find out.
I think mechanically, while he
Yes.
has this activated,
High five.
if someone attacks him,
Someone high five me.
yeah, someone high five him.
I'll do a
No,
one
stop
day
the pedal.
five.
Okay. You take 1d4 slashing damage.
Oh, cool. So they like zip around me and cut me to shreds like that?
Yeah.
Anything that touches me while I have that activated takes 1d4 slashing damage. And for every arrow I fire, it's also accompanied by the petals. So it adds another 1d4 slashing damage with every arrow.
I'm
I need to
imagining.
figure out how to get my bees to do that.
I'm imagining like cherry blossoms for some reason. Is that it? Nice.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
that's
what it
my
is. But
favorite.
if you want to change the flavor on it, I'm cool with that too.
Oh no, I decided to rename it as the Batosai. So it's cherry blossoms.
Nice. At this point, you guys notice that Pastor Rephraim, he's had, for every like one drink you guys have had, he's had 3. He's gotten very, very drunk at this point. He's singing
Damn, son.
that one song. It's like, I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand. You know what it is?
Oh,
On a world
yes, I know what it
world,
is.
Cold beer in my hand.
Life is good today.
That's the one. That's the one. He's singing that. Yes.
Good God.
I mean, I feel you, man, but you
What
did
in the margarita?
pull your pants down to do it.
Should we be wearing pants?
No. Take 'em
My
off.
thing isn't.
So it's gotten a little late.
Smart enough to know better. You're not.
It's gotten a little late now. It's about 9 o'clock or so. Pastor's cottage is like just up the sand dunes. He does have 2 additional beds, so 2 of you guys could crash there, or you guys could put him to bed and then walk over to Robert's house.
I like the image of us putting him to bed and tucking him in. Just all 4 of us.
Yes.
Is
Like,
Pies?
it only takes one of us to lift him, but we're all in this together.
Is Pies' old room in this house?
I guess it's a small
It would be
cottage. I
It
feel,
would be the box he was stored in. That's his old room.
yeah, I feel like,
Why doesn't he sleep? What am I talking about?
yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm sure you like stepped into this box and then went into like deactivation mode, you know?
Like Baymax.
Yeah.
What does he say? Doesn't he say something when he KOs?
Baymax.
When he cares? I don't know.
I mean, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Baymax. Oh, Baymax.
Harry, baby.
It took me forever to see that movie, but it's fucking awesome.
It's good, man. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's no Spider-Verse, but it's fucking awesome.
True. True. I mean, how can you compete with
Yeah.
Spider-Verse?
It's
I
so
was like, yeah, but the Callahan, when you first see him and he ain't saying nothing and he's just following them along, that's legitimately intimidating.
Oh yeah. All right, so the 4 of you guys, you carry Pastor Rephraim up the sand dunes, and you put him to bed. You put a little glass of water right by his nightstand. You tuck him in, and he's like, "Morden is all for you, sir." He's like praying to Morden in his sleep. So he does have like a small cot and a couch. So 2 of you guys could sleep there if you'd like. And Robert's house has so many extra bedrooms, like it'd be no problem for each of you to have Morden mix.
Love it.
Nice.
So what's the sleeping plan here?
If we stay at my place, there will be breakfast ready to go. I mean, I know Pie is happy to provide, but
I would like to. I'd like to stay in maybe a nicer place.
Oh yeah.
all right, let's go to my place. So,
Your mom's sex swing was always really comfortable.
all right, I mean, she just watched people use it. She had a weird thing for that.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to find an image of like what Cluttercore looks like, because
Cluttercore.
his place is very much cottagecore, but it's also cluttercore. Cluttercore aesthetic. Yeah,
It's post cottagecore.
it's post cottagecore. Yes, like there's no empty space on the wall. It's just like there's shit everywhere. There we go. That's a good cluttercore image. All right, so you guys take the walk over to across Mystic Beach. You go all the way down.
Nah, screw that. They get in a rowboat and I just push it.
Okay, yeah. There's like a port over there. There's like a rowboat just lying around. And the three of you guys get in the rowboat. It's like you guys are kind of drunk in the middle of the night, thinking that you're kind of sneaky, but it feels like you're teenagers again, like having a good time. You know, like it's 11:30 and I'm walking on the sidewalk at night.
I does the George Washington on the boat pose.
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh yeah.
And Robert's just like fucking hoofing it. You had to use a channel divinity to push Pie's heavy ass across this.
Totally. But it worked, man.
When the last girl goes into a boat and Dash is behind them, and he's running on the water to make them go. That's this.
Yep. I mean, I channel divinity, fearless athlete. They work.
Excellent. Robert pushes you guys onto one of the many private docks, and he's able to have so much power right now. He just pushes the rowboat all the way back down to the other dock.
And I just come running back.
And you guys are walking like in between like these private homes.
I am now sober.
Now sober. And you walk in between these homes, and you get onto the main road, and you walk into Robert's house. The security guard opens up the gate and lets you in. And Eldrin.
Hey, Margo.
Hey, are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're good. We're just gonna crash here.
I get it, man. One of those nights. I got it. And he lets you through. You guys walk up it's a big ass courtyard that like Robert's house is. Like it's a lot of like steps before you even get to the main house. There's like a fucking maze off to the side, and like statues that are cut up out of like the bushes and stuff. It's very immaculate. You finally get up to the steps and you knock on the door, and Eldrin is there. Eldrin is the house butler, and he goes, "Hello, Master Robert. Are you staying in for the night?"
You got it, Eldrin. Put my buddies and Ann up in the nice guest rooms, and I'll find my way to my room. I think I remember where it is.
Master Ann, nice to see you again, sir.
You don't gotta call me master. You don't gotta call nobody master, and do not call Ann.
I would like it if you call me master. Just it makes me feel special. I don't get to feel special very often.
You know what? Fine. You know what? He does need this. I'm gonna let him have it.
Yes.
Thanks, buddy.
Gentlemen, if you'll follow me to the rooms. Robert knows where to go. He takes the three of you guys to like 3 additional guest bedrooms.
Keep an eye out for the kitchen as we go.
What was that?
I keep an eye out for the kitchen as we go, just so I know where it is.
There's like this grand central staircase.
I'll just point it out to you. It's pretty easy. It's fine.
It's like off to the side. Yeah, it's off to the side, and when he takes you up to your room, he says, "Breakfast will be served sharply at 7 a.m.
And we'll be up at about 11.
I will keep the food warm for you, sir."
Much obliged. Well, they'll be up at 11.
It's like, at this point, it's got to be like 10:30 or so.
His name is Eldrin?
Eldrin,
Yeah,
yes.
Eldrin.
I'm going to grab him once we're away from everybody else. Don't worry about breakfast in the morning. I'll handle it.
Well, sir, we have an entire kitchen staff.
I am
Tell
an
you
entire
what,
kitchen staff.
Hi. How about you go down there at about 5:30 and y'all work on something together?
Ooh. Takes an hour and a half to make breakfast?
Well, we make fresh bread,
Yeah,
sir.
make it for the family, for the staff, and for all the other people that work there.
That's fair.
Okay. You guys get a long rest. I know you guys were down like a few HP and a few slots from that one fight, but you guys get a long rest. Let's see. You guys, as you guys are falling asleep, everyone except for Pi, who has not had the fruit, you guys have some really, like, fucked up dreams tonight.
It's been a while since we had a nightmare check.
Yes.
Right?
I'm not going to make you guys roll for it because you absolutely have this bad dream. So Robert, Xardaar, and Anne, you guys have like this weird dream all night that you are just drowning. And as you swim closer and closer and closer to the surface of the water, you feel as though there are tentacles that they just grab your feet and just pull you down. And when you guys wake up, it feels as though you're breathless, like you're breathing heavy more than everything. Anne, roll me a d6.
This is it, boys. I have a good life. That's a 2.
And your max HP goes down by 2.
Oh,
Is this a permanent thing?
For the time being, until we get, that one thing resolved.
Okay, I'm just curious, like, do I need to go in and modify it to where...
No, you don't need to modify. You can just, like, write yourself a little note off to the side. Like,
okay, cool.
If your max HP is 55, it's, like, 53 right now.
Well, it was 50, and now it's 48.
Okay.
I'm the weakest boy out of all of us. I take very...
Dude, you finally had that RC Cola. That rusty can.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't RC Cola. It was
Cheerwine.
Cheerwine.
Cheerwine, yeah.
Hey, it increases HP by 5.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yes.
That's not bad.
So I went from 45 to 50.
Which isn't bad. Isn't bad at all.
Think about how much HP you could have gotten if it wasn't rusted.
I know, right? Probably an extra 5.
a fresh can. All right, so you guys wake up the next morning, and you especially are not feeling as good as the rest. But in this dream that you guys had, you definitely feel a little connected about it, except for Pi, who I guess it might be a good thing that Pi never had this fruit thing, considering some of the bad things that are going to happen because of it. Let's see. There we go. Okay.
Just casually throw out, this is going to be bad for you guys. Have fun.
So you guys wake up the next morning, and Eldrin knocks on your door promptly at 7 a.m. Masters, it is now time for breakfast. You don't have to get up at 7 a.m., but this is when he's knocking.
You hear Pi saying
that I was sober when we went there.
From like downstairs or whatever.
Yeah, Pi got up early because he only needs like 4 hours. He's downstairs. He's met with the kitchen staff. He is fucking like took control. He is the sous chef at the moment, and he's directing people where to go. If you guys were to go downstairs right now, you would see Pi in a fucking apron and a chef's hat.
Still the blacksmith apron.
I'm going.
All right, so Robert gets up at 7. What about Anne and Xardaar?
yeah, I'm getting up.
Okay. And Anne?
I'm taking Anne down because I know Anne's not feeling so hot. So I'm going to make sure we can get her food.
All right, so
I'll let him carry me like a princess down.
Xardaar goes down. Robert wakes Anne up and takes him down.
When you guys get there, you hear Pi, and you're like, this is weird. Because Pi is talking about a nightmare that he had the night before. And you're like, what the fuck? He hasn't had the fruit. And you hear him going like, it's weird, I know they dream in binary, but I saw a 2 last night.
Excellent. He did have a bad dream along with him. The obelisk is getting to you, man.
Rough, man.
Pi, what'd you make for breakfast?
Oh my god, I hadn't even thought about that. No, I made pretty much everything. I saw what was in the kitchen, and I wanted to find a way to use every single bit of every single ingredient, and I did. There's a little leftover spice, because you can overspice. But, I mean, there's, like, the little, like, egg souffle muffins, and there's fucking Southwestern omelets, and there's traditional, I assume dwarves eat a lot of pork, so there's just, like breakfast pork sandwiches and like pork omelets, a lot of bacon, and it looks really good. There's also pancakes for everybody that have Moradin drawn on them, like it's like blueberry eyes and a banana note, bacon beard.
Nice. I love that. And you guys,
That's great.
you guys have
Before-
an excellent ass breakfast. And
Hell yeah.
some delicious coffee too. Pie's a little confused because with breakfast they had a lot of like seafood, like a lot of sardines and stuff that they were probably gonna mix in with the breakfast. But Pie stepped in and was like, "You don't need any of that. You're good."
Even Curtis is confused by that. Who the fuck eats seafood for breakfast?
Fish and
I
grits,
mean, look,
man.
if you had said shrimp and grits, I would have let it go.
I mean, yeah, there's some shrimp in there too, but it's a lot of weird shit.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. When I was in Hawaii for a couple weeks, you had fish and rice as an option for every meal.
Did you say Hawaii?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went there.
Yeah, in high school through ROTC.
That's why he had a coconut bra and grass skirt.
Yeah, I don't have those anymore. I don't fit.
Holy shit, dude, that sounds awesome.
I
Hawaii?
stayed on Pearl Harbor for a couple weeks. And this dude from the Philippines, he would get just plain white rice for breakfast and then put syrup on it. And I asked him what the hell he was doing, and he said, "Don't knock it till you tried it." And I had that for the next 3 breakfasts.
I bet that'd be good if you mix some
Nice.
scrambled eggs in with it too.
That sounds pretty
Probably
good.
would have been. I should have thought of that.
Syrup on
It worked.
eggs is bomb.
Hmm?
Who is that?
Wait,
I don't know who that is, Falcon.
Oh, that's Steiner.
Yeah, it's from Final Fantasy IX.
Okay, so as you guys are like sitting there enjoying your breakfast, the one lead that Pastor Rephraim gave you is to check out Hoppa Never Asylum.
Papa Never Asylum.
Yes.
Hopping over Asylum. Got it.
Honestly, the apostrophe is in the wrong place. There you go. All right, guys,
I noticed it was in
there we go. I moved the apostrophe over to the right place. Okay. So you guys gonna go over there?
Let's go.
Yeah, Ann, how you doing, buddy?
Well, not so great.
So
It sounds worse.
This is when you wake up. It's like 7 a.m. You're coughing up like a good bit of black gunk. Like it's not looking good, man.
Yeah, boys, I ain't feeling so hot. I think I'm gonna take a nap while we're walking over there. I'm just
All
gonna
right,
tie myself to the back of Pie.
I was going to put you on his shoulders, you know. That way you don't put your ass everywhere.
Put you on top of my metal horse.
Yes,
Or
you're
I can
fabricated metal horse.
Because
I forgot we had that.
I have one, and I think I made one for Falcon too, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
So if anyone else wants one, I'll give up my 4th level for the day to make another horse because it's cool as fuck.
Nah, you can hold on to it for now.
Just in case, we gotta hold on to that 4th level.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, Anne, this is like we're gonna do this throughout the day. It's 7 a.m. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I feel like I should do this in D&D Beyond because I rolled a nat 1 the last time I did it with this die.
Up to you, dog.
No, I'll give it one more chance. Nat 20! Holy shit!
Nat 20. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how well I can.
I'm
do
gonna
that,
let
but yeah.
I'm gonna let that
Delightful.
count as 2 successes. Okay.
All right, Brad.
2 successes. Cool.
You only need 20 to be able to beat it.
All right, and then in a few hours we'll redo this.
All right, cool.
All right, so you guys make your way down Turtle's Inlet, and being from the area, you guys know about Hoppin' Ever Asylum. It doesn't have the best reputation. It kind of serves as a jail and also as like a place where people who need help kind of go. It serves a lot of purposes, and it is underprepared to serve all of the services that it's supposed to provide. So it's definitely not where like what it needs to be. I want to find the right music for it. It's definitely not Shakira, Hips Don't Lie. It's not that at all.
It is now.
Yes, for an asylum, of course. Where the hell is it? I know I had the right song for it. Damn it.
Hey, Robbie.
Yeah.
While we're have a moment of peace right now, do you know if there's a way to basically connect two computers via Wi-Fi so that I can do, you know how in Windows 10, if you connect a second screen, you can just choose to extend it or mirror it or whatever. Is there a way to extend my monitor to another monitor, like by
On a different
connecting to the computer? Yeah.
Okay.
You would likely need some custom software for it. I'm sure someone's figured out how to do it, but nothing
Yeah, I figured
I
it
know of off
out.
the top of my
I
head.
didn't know if there was a program that you knew of that I could just steal.
If you happen to know or find one, let me know, because that sounds pretty cool.
Right?
I'll keep an eye out for it too.
Okay, so I'm good to go. So on Mystic Beach, the map that you guys are currently on, you can see Hoppinover Asylum. It's right there in Salt Marsh. It takes you guys a few hours to kind of walk down there. I'd say you guys spent an hour at having like breakfast and shit. So 8 o'clock, and then it took you maybe an hour and a half to like walk down there because Mystic Beach is a big city. So I'd say it's about 9:30 or so. And you guys just get there to Hoppinover Asylum. The building is an old prison with bare walls and barred windows. A faded sign bearing the words, "Welcome Home," hangs above the main entrance. Hoppinover is run by Emil Tranter, a prematurely old female human physician with a worried brow and ashen gray skin. Dr. Trantor and her staff of 4 are hard-pressed to control the more than 4,000 residents and prisoners housed in the asylum. Consequently, the less troubled residents are called upon to run the place. And I feel like Anne, Pie, and Robert, you guys would kind of know about Emil. She's kind of like a mousy type person. She is kind of has mad scientist vibes. I'm not saying she does do experiments on the prisoners, but I'm not saying that she doesn't do experiments on the prisoners.
Okay.
Great. It's a lot of cutting edge treatment options.
Yes. So you guys are outside the doors. What would you like to do?
Not.
We're here to find Jarm, right?
This is the last place that Jarm was at before he was executed.
Oh, he was already executed? Shit.
Yeah, he was executed and his body was burnt. So that you couldn't like commune with the dead or do any of those crazy spells like speak with them.
Yeah,
That's
I know. I'll
exciting.
ask the boss lady.
Oh, the
I'll
duck
be like, hey.
cock.
I'll ask the boss lady if she caught this fella on the way through, and if it'd be possible for me to talk to her real quick. So I'm gonna roll for Jesus.
Or if she could tell you what his judgment was.
I know what the judgment was.
No, the judgment on his soul.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
To be like, if he was guilty, just get the answer straight up from a god.
Yeah, that's gonna fly in court.
Oh, so you're gonna try and talk with the Raven Queen.
Yep.
I
Okay.
didn't know who boss lady
Give
was.
me a religion check. Yeah.
He made it. Nat 20.
Oh my god. So a raven flies by and like lands on the roof of this building. And
No, every raven here lands on the rooftop surrounding.
there's a crow. Yes, you are encircled in a field of ravens.
The name of the building changes to the Open Nevermore. Asylum.
Nice. And you feel a connection with these birds. And one of them opens its mouth and you hear, "Robert, Why have you called upon me?
Well, I was hoping you could help me clear up a little bit of a murder mystery we got here. So they executed a fellow by the name of Jarm, right? Like a jar with an M on the end of it.
Yes, I have a Jarm Lovage. Yes, I have recently received his soul.
All right. So he was put to death for murder, but we think he might have been framed. Is that the kind of information you could have?
Robbie, what was that?
I can't.
Random close up of Robbie over there.
I cannot tell you whether or not he was framed, but I can tell you that his soul had more weight of good than it had weight of bad.
Okay. I mean, that tells me more or less what I need to know.
Of all the sins that he has committed, murder was not one of them.
Got it.
Get that in writing.
Was framed, or it was a person.
Or manslaughter.
Maybe it was just insurance fraud.
Yeah.
I know 3 of these words.
Fair enough. But not a murder. All right. Yeah. That's about all I really got. Thanks for stopping by. I miss you.
Of course, I am. My birds will keep an eye on you, Robert. Be safe out there.
I know you like watching me.
You know it, big dog.
Yo, I'm getting somewhere. I even have to roll charisma on this one.
And the birds disperse.
And either like
Mainly, you could hear them
either way,
calling
I'll
out,
take
"Be gone! Be gone!"
All right.
And anyone that just looked up and saw a murder disperse is
They're not
probably
pros.
really freaking out.
Not pros.
I don't think everyone can identify Raven and Crow
I don't
outside.
think you say Raven.
So you guys are outside Hoppin' River Asylum. What would you like to do?
Knock.
You knock on it, and the door just pushes open. You find it unsettling that the door was not closed all the way, and you start to think, does this door even have a lock?
Let's find out.
And you guys enter the building. As you enter, behind the counter, you see just like I described her, a person with ashen gray skin and really like tiny mouse-like glasses. She's working behind the counter. She's filling out some paperwork. She looks up and she sees you, and then she looks back down at her paper, and she says, "Oh, yes. What can I do for you? It's early in the morning. Come on. It's not like too many crimes have been committed. The day just started."
Yeah. I mean, there's still time.
Ain't that the truth?
You hungry?
Am I hungry? Sir, I am in charge of this entire place. Of course I'm hungry.
I'll give her a sandwich. I'm curious what she gets.
So what do? Do you give her the sandwich, or do you open up the portal and ask her to reach in?
I'll say, "Yeah, I've got food here if you want. I understand if you don't trust a stranger."
Let me roll for it. So I'm going to roll an insight check on you.
Yeah, while she does that, I just reach in and pull out a sandwich to demonstrate that it works.
Oh, so you reach in and you pull out a sandwich. I rolled a nat 15 plus her modifier. She goes, "Well, that's very odd, but I'm never going to say no to a free sandwich."
Okay, cool. I rolled 17 on persuasion. So.
Okay. She looks a little confused, and she reaches into this portal, and she pulls out a sandwich. And honestly, dude, this is the most boring sandwich. It's 2 slices of bread. In between these 2 slices of bread is
There's more bread.
another toasted piece of bread with butter, salt, and pepper.
Oh my
I feel
god.
like she bites into it.
Mitt
and goes,
Romney.
"Why is it spicy?"
Why?
so good.
Why is it spicy? Do you have the expensive peppers?
Only the best from Origin.
Oh, well, this is actually quite delicious. I'm Dr. Emil Trantor. How may I assist you?
We're looking into a crime.
Are you here for... Oh, we lost Robbie.
He said, "Perb."
He said bye. BRB. Oh, wait, he just said BRB. Okay, well, I guess we'll go on without him. So she says, are you here for the Jarm lovage? Is that what you're here for?
It's like you could read my mind, and also this newspaper clip.
Well,
I can read your mind.
He's already been executed. You're not the only people that have come to see him. First Mr. Dory, then those dumb guys with the red robes, now you. What do you want?
He was a friend of ours from high school. It would mean a lot if you'd let us see where he was.
Well, I mean, I get it. He was promptly put to death. Do you just want to, see his last cell? He was here for a few days before he was executed.
Yeah, if we could see his effects, we might be able to figure out what drove him to this. Because we got people getting sick, we got people going crazy.
I have had a lot of more prisoners, I guess you could say. Yeah, I can take you to his cell. It's no big deal. Just follow me. She goes. She leaves from behind the counter, and there's a door on the wall that is behind her. And it's like one of those big sailor doors with the big wheels you have to spin. She struggles to spin it at first, and then she gets it loose enough that she can spin it all the way. And it is a heavy door. It is creaking as she opens it up.
Heavy doors.
Yeah. She opens this door. All right, Robbie. Holy shit!
Yo, that's so cool.
Did you get a fucking dice cam?
I finally figured out how to get it to work.
Holy shit, that's cool.
Nice.
That's fucking cool, dude.
It hasn't loaded for me yet. I'm gonna look at that screen. Oh, dope.
Damn, that's cool.
Robbie's picture-in-picture. I love it.
He's
a pit boy.
Shit, dude, that's so cool. So Emil Trantor, she decided to let you guys go look at his cell. She opens this heavy door and allows you guys to pass through, and she says, "Follow me." The journey into the depths of the asylum to Jarm's former cell is not pleasant. Constant screaming and cursing from cells combines with an overwhelming stench of unwashed bodies. It's not great. Filth, mildew, and rotting straw just fills the air. As you guys are walking through here, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Is this against the smell?
Yes.
I don't think
I haven't had my birthday yet. Otherwise, I would lose my Constitution.
And Robbie, I think. Hold on, let me check. You may have disadvantage on this.
I don't think I can roll lower than what I did, but we'll see.
Okay,
All
no.
right, yeah.
You do not have disadvantage. What did you roll, Robbie?
7 on the initial one.
7?
Yep.
Okay.
This isn't a good set of die.
Whew. What are the rest of you guys?
I really need to get a different die. Let me...
Vinny, before I tell you what I rolled, am I able to smell?
If you can taste food, you can smell.
Yeah, well, I got a nat 1, so...
So did Xardaar.
You made this
Oh my god, 2 nat 1s? Whew. What did Robert get?
Oh, I'm good. I got a 19.
Oh my god. So everyone except for Robert, you all gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Does this count as poison?
I think with 1 level of exhaustion, you get disadvantage on your skill checks and saving throws.
I mean, the save that I made, would you consider this being poisoned?
No.
By how nasty it smells.
I don't think it's poison.
Fucking how do I put exhaustion on here?
I don't know if you can.
Conditions. I think.
Yeah.
That sounds correct. Thank you. Where
Yep,
the
there
fuck
it is.
Oh. Yeah, so you only have disadvantage on ability checks. That's it. Only on ability checks. Okay.
What if... There it is.
Yeah, it's just, and you guys see like this is like a place that is underfunded, underserved. Trantor seems to be like she's doing her best to like keep this place in tip-top shape, but there's only so much she can do. Dr. Trantor eventually stops before a heavily locked door, at which she offers a word of caution. This wing is where the worst of our cases are kept. I beg of you, guys, I am seriously begging you, do not look into any of the other cells. We've given succor to many folk over the years, but those here are truly forsaken by the gods. And she leads you through this.
You do realize by pointing this out,
We're gonna
we're
look.
gonna look.
I mean, I told you not to. Whatever you do after that, that's on you.
We were warned.
And she takes you down this hall where it looks like the patients here need a lot more help than the others. Succor is like a type of sedative. It just like gets them to chill out medically. So some of them are just like lying in bed. The other ones are super hyperactive, like screaming at the cells and stuff. Until she finally reaches a door that is locked. She goes, I'm sorry. Unlocking the door reveals a long corridor with iron doors lining both walls. Each door has a small viewing hatch that is latched shut. An unnatural gurgle churns up from the cell to the right and is quickly joined by other voices. That's as you guys are walking down.
This is where they keep Tai Lung.
Yes. Yes. Dr. Trantor ignores the din as she hurries to the far end of the hall, where she ushers you through an open cell door. The walls beyond are covered. So now you guys are in Jarm's cell. This is where he spent the last of his days before he was executed. The walls beyond are covered with childlike sketches, all overlapping each other in confusing waves and patterned swirls. Yeah, Jarm was here for a few days, and he just kind of drew on the walls. I gave him a little bit of chalk so he can keep himself entertained, and that's about it.
Okay.
And
As soon as the door opens, I activate my lenses of straight creeping to creep.
Nice. I think to Anne, shake her hand. Try to get any memories she's got on Jarm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk over to her and say, well, I appreciate you leading us down here. It's been, we're really just trying to find out what we can. As I put my hand out to shake hers.
you shake her hand, and Robbie, what was it? It was in a wisdom saving throw versus your sleight of hand.
Correct.
Okay, roll me that.
Am I at disadvantage on these, or is it just the ability checks?
This sleight of hand is an ability check, so
Okay.
I guess you would be at disadvantage of that.
Okay, so that would be a normal roll because I have advantage on all sleight of hand.
Okay.
Nope. That's a 4 plus 10, 14.
Well, let me make this wisdom saving throw. See if I can get it. I rolled a nat 12. So she's able. She like feels something, but she like feels weird all the time. So she's like, "Oh, that's weird. Whatever."
Is her wisdom more than 2?
Yeah. Wait, you got a 14, right?
14, yeah.
Then yeah, she meets it, beats it.
Okay.
Yeah, she meets it, beats it. Yeah, so you're not able to steal a memory from her. She feels like something in her mind, but she's got so much on her mind, she just kind of pushes it away and ignores it.
Okay.
But you guys are in a cell now. There are drawings all over the walls. What would you guys like to do?
Xardaar, what do your lenses straight creep and show you?
It shows me tracks, footprints, or markings of anything that moved through the area recently.
Would it show you blood?
Markings.
I don't think it
Shows
blood.
Blood is a marking.
Does it
There's
say
any blood here? I've got the book of blood. We can get his memory.
You look around. The lens of straight creeping does show that there is a lot more traffic to Jarm's cell, more than to any other cell. But Dr. Trantor already revealed that Mr. Dory had visited him, that the Red Robes had visited him, and she didn't say this, but you guys assume that other guards and whatnot have probably come to visit him. You don't see any blood. I don't think the lens of straight creeping would show that, but you don't see any. This room is just filled with drawings all over the walls.
Vinny,
Yes.
bear with me because I might be stretching it a little bit here.
Okay.
So, all the drawings on the wall, you said they kind of mash together, right?
Yes, they're like overlapping and shit. I'm about to post a picture of this in the chat right now. It looks like this. There it is. Okay.
All right, that is an 18 for White Fang to sniff out any blood in the room.
There's probably not any blood. I was reaching.
White Fang definitely sniffs out like some blood. I don't know if he's able to tell like whose blood it is, but he definitely sniffs out some blood. It seems like this place is not very clean. So if he does smell blood, it's hard to say.
It's relatively fresh. Like if he can smell it, it's fresh.
I mean, he might be able to smell old. If he can smell fresh blood, he can smell old blood too.
Just because it's old doesn't mean it doesn't smell like something anymore.
Wait, say that again?
I was just agreeing.
I mean, he smells blood kind of everywhere. He does smell blood in this room. I guess he wouldn't smell fresh blood. I guess to him it smells more like old blood.
So these drawings here, could I would like to see if I can sort of try to tell the intent of the line, if that makes sense, like see what was trying to be made in some of these places.
Absolutely.
And I would like to think that maybe since I'm trying to tell the intent of something, I could roll insight on this line.
The check that I have down here this is an intelligence check. So if you guys want to do that, if you guys all want to do this, this is not a disadvantage because this is not a skill check. This is just roll me a d20, add your intelligence modifier.
12.
12?
That's pretty average.
Intelligence is +3. Oh, nat 20. I don't know if you can see that.
Nice.
But +3 is a 23.
Nice.
Total 10.
I'm not going to roll. I have -1 to intelligence. Why would I roll?
All right, so you guys
are figure it out.
Let her outside in the morning.
No, I can't figure it out.
Weren't you trying to out-wizard someone?
Yeah. All right, so you guys are looking at the walls, trying to like understand the drawings that he has here. Robert just like goes, "Oh, hey, that's a pretty cool drawing." He doesn't try to piece it together.
I like the Cthulhu over there.
Yeah, Xardaar just cannot understand it. Pi is very close. He like almost pieces it together, but I guess there's part of his mainframe that there's like blocks that he doesn't understand, so he can't connect the dots.
Part is just missing.
Yes. But Anne has been at sea. He has seen this. He knows exactly what the fuck is going on. So Anne, I don't know, Robbie, I don't know if you can like see the picture or like zoom in at it and like really look at the pieces and whatnot. Here's what you see.
I rolled for White Fang.
What did White Fang get?
You got a
That's
69. Nice.
Wow. So even Whitefang can figure this out, and he like nods at Anne, like they're at some mutual understanding.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They just gave each other the nod.
So Anne,
I see a Squidward.
and you see a tentacled creature is shown devouring a coastal city, the skyline of which suggests that this city is Mystic Beach, based on the skyline of it.
Okay.
The tentacled creature, I don't know if you can see in the picture, it's kind of like big and in the middle of the right-hand side. The creature is shown trapped in a deep chasm or some kind of underwater pit. Its tentacles wrap around humanoids who are dragged down into the inky dark. The tentacled creature appears to be shackled by a collar attached to a chain, with a chain held by another creature resembling a vile, multi-tailed fish. So, in the image, there's like an octopus-looking thing, and then you see another kind of fish-like thing. So Anne instantly goes, these are two different creatures, right? One of which Anne can piece together and goes, that's a fucking obelisk. One of those creatures is the obelisk. The other one, I don't know what it is yet. The tentacled creature appears to be shackled by the collar, yes. So when you see that, it looks like one of the creatures, it looks like the obelisk creature is controlling the other one. That's what it looks like to you.
Do I recognize what the other creature is? Is it like a kraken or just a giant octopus or something?
It definitely looks like a sea creature, but based on like the quality of the image, you can't really piece it together.
Okay.
It's a Cthulhu.
Yeah. Let's see. Anne, give me an Arcana check.
At disadvantage?
You have a level of exhaustion, right?
Oh.
Because you rolled a nat 20, I'm going to take away the disadvantage.
Okay.
So just a flat roll.
19 plus 4. So 23 again.
Okay, so with all that, you're able to tell that one of the creatures is the obelisk, and that one appears to be in control as it's holding the chain that is attached to the other shackled creature. The shackled creature looks like it is a kraken.
Nice. Okay, cool.
And you know that obelisks, they are these mental, psychic type of creatures. They have like these great psychic powers. And its powers are strong enough that it can control a creature as powerful as a kraken.
Okay. Yeah, I convey all that information.
And you express that to everyone.
So the orca is controlling the tentacular.
That's comforting.
Tentaculation.
We need to befriend the Kraken.
We need to release the Kraken.
So.
Hey, there it is. Game over.
Yep. Yeah, you guys do what you will with that information. As you guys, I need to take a bathroom break. I'll BRB.
Bye.
Go on for me.
If you guys need to take a bathroom break, go ahead. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
So the clock.
Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't start a clock.
I love that gift because both boys have done that.
Jen, you'll like this.
Janet did it slower, but Holt crawls so fast.
Janet did that all the time. I didn't do that as much as I did.
The Holt crawls that fast.
Yeah.
And so loud.
It's so loud. He's not that loud doing anything else
No.
except screaming. But that's quite the disparity.
All right. So you guys are in this.
Hey, that was pretty quick.
Yeah, I told you it was quick. Whew.
Waiting on one more boy.
On Sea Dog. Okay. Sea Dog, that's funny. Okay. Release the Kraken. I knew that was coming. Whew. Guys, this is my last week of school.
Nice.
And then I got summer.
Mazel tov.
Molotov cocktails.
Robbie, I'm going to send you the thing that you have. Damn it. Not the image.
I was gonna say Mazel tov cocktails, but I think that's actually what's happening in Israel right now. So that would be bad.
Robbie, I found this online, but I'm going to be like... I'm going to change it slightly for you. So you have disadvantage.
Right.
You have disadvantage on wisdom and charisma checks and wisdom saving throws. The vulnerability will still stand. What I'm going to do for the Constitution saving throw, I'm not going to do it at the end of each of your turn. I'm going to do it at the end of every 4 hours. You got a nat 20. So if you get one more success on a con save, then you have like overcome this.
Okay. What's the success? Is it like a 10? Is the DC or is it a 14, 15?
Oh, is it DC? Oh, I thought the DC was in there. Mentally, I guess I made the DC 15.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you fail it, then we'll roll another D6, and that will again be subtracted from your thing and count as a failure. If you get 3 failures, I guess I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm hoping you don't get 3 failures.
You die. And that one counts as 2 failures as well. So
Yes.
that'll be fun.
Dude, you had to go and roll a nat 1. You had to roll a nat 1.
Hey, you asked for the roll. It's your fault.
Oh, man. But you got the worst roll possible.
Yeah. It's the way the cookie crumbles.
Hey, man, it'd be like that sometimes.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Green Day is the name of the sickness.
Wait, Green Day or Green Decay?
No, it's Green Day.
Green Day, yes. Well, Robbie, there's only
Sources.
if you take a long rest, it'll reset the counter.
Okay. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so like if you're awake for 18 hours and you... I guess I should make it 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 32. Maybe I should make it every 5 hours. 5, 10, 15. Whatever. I mean, you rolled at 7. I guess the next roll will occur at 1 o'clock. Yeah. We'll go through that.
Sounds like a plan.
Seems to be like a good one. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Did Curtis say where he was going?
Drop a load, I think.
A whole load?
At least 3/4 of a load. Got a 3.
I mean, I said 2 minutes, but I think I was more like 90 seconds.
Yeah, you weren't.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are all back. You guys have basically, with a nat 20, you have gained all of the information possible from this room. You know that there is an obelisk. You know that there's an obelisk controlling a kraken you know that obelisks have psychic abilities, psychic powers. They can control people to do other stuff. You guys connect the dots.
Did a thing.
And then Robert finds an actual connect the dots puzzle on the wall, and he does it because he can't leave it undone.
Yes. I think with the nat 20, Anne is also able to gather that while Jarm's body may have been the one used to commit the murders, he was under control of the obelisk.
All right. Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
don't know that there's an obelisk because we somehow know.
Does the town know? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because we heard like, hey, there's an obelisk in Mystic Beach. That's why we ended up here. So Mystic Beach, someone in Mystic Beach must know that there's a mind controlling monster out there.
You know that like there isn't like an obelisk currently in Mystic Beach. Well, you guys may know because you're connecting the dots, but like a long time ago, like decades, centuries ago, before Mystic Beach was built up, the ocean in which Mystic Beach is by was the home to obelisks. So you guys came here because it was the last known home on the material plane to obelisks.
And for obelisks, they can't be effectively killed. Like every time it dies, it goes back to its home plane and it's reborn.
Yes.
Well, good. That means if we don't get the mucus the first time, we'll just wait. It'll come back and kill it again.
Wait for the
Exactly. We can't.
Are we gonna spawn kill this obelisk?
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
So, after passing all that knowledge on to you guys, Anne takes his Fey bands, puts them on, and says, it seems like something fishy is going on here.
I don't hate you, but I tried. That was bad. I knew it was going to be bad.
Curtis, that's the quote.
And then you just hear this in the background.
Yeah!
Yeah. I don't have that one. I would love to have that. Hang on, it might be a little out. I don't know if you heard it that time.
No.
Oh man, that's excellent. I love that. Something fishy. Okay. Whew. All right. So you guys have like collectively collected everything you needed. Anything else you guys want to do here? Dr. Emil Trantor is still outside the doors.
I have to stop you there because that's already contending with what Robbie just said. You have collectively collected everything you needed.
You've done it.
We did it.
Collectively, you have collected everything.
I like that one the most. We need to put that.
Yes.
Okay, I think it went through that time.
No, I didn't hear it, Robbie.
I don't know what's going on. I can see the audio on my thing like bouncing when it does it, but oh well.
So Dr. Trantor speaks up and says, is there anything else you guys need? You've been in here a while.
I'll offer her another sandwich.
So White Fang's doing that,
Yeah. Like, he knows it's bad, and he's also aware that y'all hate the joke. So he's like, this is enjoyable for me.
Oh, man. Excellent.
I love that show.
It's a good one.
Not CSI Miami.
Yeah,
Andrew
Tribeca.
Andrew
Yeah.
Tribeca.
It's a good one.
I think I've seen collectively 3/4 of a CSI Miami episode, but I can still hear the part where the Who kicks in.
Who are you?
Someone just say,
I really want a pizza.
That's the wrong CSI.
At CSI Las Vegas.
The CSI I like.
Yeah.
Like.
All right, so Dr. Trantor goes, guys, I really need to be looking after my other patients. Is there anything else I can do for you?
no,
Other patients.
you can go. We'll see ourselves out.
One question before we go.
Yes, of course.
On Jarm or any of the other patients, have you noticed like these weird little thorns?
Thorns? No. The only thorns I've seen have been on the 2 Crick patients from the Crick.
Okay. Alright. Okay, 2 patients from the Crick. Would you mind pointing us to them so we can take a look? Also, Ann, do you have any thorns on you?
Oh no, those patients have expired. After they've escaped the mist, they just could not live outside of it for too long of a time.
Where do they throwing up black liquid?
Black liquid. They were coughing it up. I found a lot of it in their lungs and also in their stomach. And there were these weird thorns underneath the epidermis of their skins. But that seems to be it.
Robert Spinoff, or not Robert, whatever his fucking name is.
And
Robbie, Robert, I can't fucking
And
do
we need to look under your skin. We'll fix you.
these were, let's see. What color were
Xardaar
these?
grabs his pocket knife and starts walking towards Anne.
We need a separate environment.
A sterile environment.
I don't know what that means.
It was a red, or not a red thorn. What color
Black.
was it? I believe this thorn was. No, I have a chart for it.
Well, it's probably black, because red is enthrallment. The purple didn't have thorns; it had the leaves.
Yeah, I think it was a
Wow.
purplish black. Yeah, I think it was a purplish black. I gotta reread my thing. Yeah, it was. Whoa, you're gonna do that to us? Okay. All right. Yeah, they had these thorns underneath their skin, and it was just some really nasty stuff.
If you run into those thorns again, don't get them on you. They don't like coming off.
Oh, of course, I'm sterile every time. Of course.
Do you have one of those wands of prestidigitation? I stumbled over towards it.
No, I barely have soap.
That's fair. Last doctor we met had one.
And we have that wand. We just
Do
haven't
we?
used it. Yes.
Shit!
Yeah, Zara has it. He prestidigitate everything.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
shit show.
Start sprucing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xardaar starts like casting prestidigitation on things, like cleaning it, everything. You're like making this place look real nice.
It's like, I did not know that was the color of the stone.
Yeah, me
I am very
neither.
confused.
This is
And has time
incredible.
for a short rest while this is going on.
Yeah,
This place is nasty.
you're
Zara's
like
at it for well over an hour.
you're like going property brothers on this place, like just
After about 5 minutes, we start placing bets on what color this stone is supposed to be. Because it's all not the same stone.
No, I like the idea of property brothers. You walk into a different room, come back out, but now you have a beard and you're saying you're a twin. But we all know it's the same person playing two roles.
Hey, Vinny.
That's excellent. That is excellent.
Because I'm convinced that out of the two property brothers you see, there's only one. It's just one dude playing two roles. Now, the third one, who looks like he was in a band that opened for Hawthorne Ice, he's real.
Yeah, that's the real one.
Remember, there were 8 Olsen twins.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Okay, so they needed two Olsens, Mary Kate and Ashley, to play one character on Full House. So whenever you saw 2 of them, they needed 4 of them: Mary, Kate, Ash, and Lee.
You know what? That holds up.
And then once you factor in the rest of their siblings, Elizabeth and their brothers and stuff, there's like 8 Olsens out there.
Holy shit, dude.
Forgot about Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, right?
Did I just say Elizabeth?
Oh.
WandaVision.
I just said Elizabeth. I said once you factor in their sisters, like Elizabeth.
Yeah, I said I forgot about her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I thought you said I forgot about her.
Did you?
All right.
Yeah, there's like 8 Olsens and only 2 property brothers, but only 1 on TD.
There's not much information for you guys to get from here. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Any
Open
particular-
concept kitchen.
There is like a kitchenette in like a little office area that Xardaar just like casts his wand and like cleans it up.
Vinny, weren't you the basic bitch who said you liked the open concept when Dylan showed a picture of the kitchen?
Dude, open concept is nice, man.
It's the tits.
Open concept is real nice, man. You gotta get rid of those walls.
Right.
Any particularly hungry-looking patients will be sandwiched on the way out.
There's like a microwave that hasn't been cleaned in 3 years.
At least.
How do they microwave?
Warden wakes me up. Talk about that. Ugh.
Like, someone keeps microwaving fish in it, and they won't stop, and she can't figure out who it is.
It's the obelisk.
Yes.
Grand plan is to mind control these people. Sticking up the microwave.
Well, Xardaar really spruces up like the employee room, the employee lounge. It's real nice in there. It's like Queer Eye came in there and like made it look real nice.
Are you saying that because he has a flower bow now?
Nah, man, it's a prestidigitation. He like not only does he clean it, he updates it.
Ow! Xardaar doesn't know Jack. Like, seriously, he's never met a Jack.
Yeah, the wand does the work, man.
It's the wand, man. The wand knows what it wants.
The wand chooses the wizard.
Whatever. I would love to be Tan France, okay?
Do I have an intelligent item?
No, you have a wand that
That is an intelligent item.
it just knows best. It knows best.
The best prestidigitation.
All right, as you guys are making your way out, as you leave the asylum, the front door is kicked in by a guard who promptly throws a prisoner down to the ground. Hey, I got another one for you, Doc. You see a guard that is kind of, it's wearing armor. He's wearing armor from like, it's kind of put together. It's not all one entire piece. It seems as though this person has like taken different pieces of armor and put it together as if it's like one type of piece. Dr. Trantor goes, "What do you have for me? Just another drunk? I'll put him in the drunk tank." And this person goes, "Thanks, Doc. I knew you'd do this for me. I appreciate it."
It's an actual tank.
And yeah.
As he turns around, Xardaar uses the wand on him.
Yes, I was thinking that.
Hey, what are you doing, buddy? I like
this
being
is
dirty.
after he turned around. He doesn't know.
It sounds like David.
Like, he walks out and he's clean. He doesn't know.
This person like throws this person in, looks at you guys, notices you, ignores you, turns around, and now they're suddenly clean. Oh, why do I smell so fresh and lovely? Trantor goes,
I have nothing for that.
"Thank you, Constable Jute. I'll take care of them."
Then Xardaar points it at the drunk.
Points out the drunk. This drunk was like kind of smelling like alcohol. They're still drunk. They're just smelling a little better, like cherry blossoms, maybe.
Yeah, that's your thing now. Everything you do smells like cherry blossoms.
So nice.
Damn right you do. I love the smell of cherry blossoms.
Was he supposed to sound like David Blaine?
David Blaine? No, not David Blaine.
David Putty
David
from Seinfeld. Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
Dude, yes.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that.
I literally just like watched that 3 times today. I showed it to all of my classes today.
Why? Oh, the last day, wasn't it?
It's like the end of the semester. They needed something to do.
This takes place in a Spanish-speaking country, so watch this movie in English.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's got a lot of ink and shit in there. There you go. A lot of ink and shit. The Incas.
Okay.
Yeah. Before Constable Jute takes this person like down the hallway, she goes, I think you guys should talk with him. That's the guard who discovered Jarm. Maybe he knows a little bit more information that he can give you. It's totally up to you.
Man, go shake his hand.
And this person is like walking away from Hoppiniver Asylum.
Yeah, let's shake that hand. Let's shake it hard and fast.
Hey,
Shake it long,
Hello.
shake it fast.
Oh, hey, how are you? What can I do for you guys? Oh, that's an excellent belch there.
Okay, that was for him actually.
Vinny, this is my favorite piece of yours. This was really good.
I love it. It's a solid patch of Warburton. I dig it.
Thank you. I came up with it on the spot. Well, how can I help you fellas out?
High five.
I smack him a high five, and then I'm like trying to get Ann to do the same, and that way I can talk to him while Ann's doing the high five. Like, well, we heard that you're the one going around, cleaning stuff up, getting all the people who are bringing this town down, and you're taking them where they need to go. And man, we appreciate it because I grew up here, and I hate to see my city like this.
Well, of course. I'm just trying to keep the city clean and healthy.
Damn right,
Flag
man.
and eagle.
What was that? Say that one more time for me, friend.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
What did you say, Rob?
Rock, flag, and eagle. Don't worry about it. It's just from It's Always Sunny.
Oh, okay. Went over my head. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. What can I do for you? I'm currently on the job right now.
What's your name?
Well, I don't take up too much of your time, but is it true that you're the one who found Jar?
Yeah, I'm Constable Jude. I am an employee of Mr. Dory, and yes, I am the one who discovered Jarm, along with others.
Constable what?
Along with others.
You're not Constable what?
Oh, I'm Constable Jute. Jute. Jute.
Oh, like the material used for fabric.
Yes, he gets that. Moving on.
Well, yeah, I discovered him. It was very early in the morning. I found him literally red-handed, covered in blood.
Yeah, man, that's what we heard. But, dude, I heard a whisper, and I don't know if you heard this, but I heard that no one actually saw him do it.
Well, I can't say that I saw him take the bloody knife and stab it into the body, but I did find him hovering over around it. One weird thing about it, whenever I talked to him, he was very cooperative. He honestly seemed a little humiliated. It was very weird.
Man, I'm dead, because, I wouldn't be feeling good about that myself, but I'm just getting a vibe from you, and I'm taking just a bit of leap here, but I think you're gonna meet me here. You strike me as the kind of guy who's found himself in a situation he didn't quite recall before after you had a hell of a night.
Well, I only work for Mr. Dory because he pays me so well. If it weren't for the money, I'd be doing my dream.
Bro, what's your dream? You gotta tell me. You gotta share.
Oh, my dream. I always wanted to be a health inspector.
Totally for that.
For real? Okay, yeah. You caught me a little off guard with that one. I didn't see that one coming, but dude, that's important work. You gotta make sure people got their stuff up to snuff. Like, respect, man.
Of course, we don't want anyone to eat some delicious food and getting sick, especially with all the seafood that comes running through this town.
Exactly.
Seafood
You
runs?
gotta make sure it's fresh. That dude selling shrimp out of the back of his cart. You gotta make sure that it's actually caught that day. Otherwise, people gonna get sick.
You sound like a man who's had some bad shrimp before in his life.
And not just bad shrimp. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think I know what you're saying. All right.
All right, but I'm bringing this up because, this is just part of these whispers I've been hearing. I think Jarm was used here. He might have done it, but it wasn't his call. There's something behind this. I think he was just a pawn in a bigger game. It ain't checkers. What's that game you play where you got pawns?
Pachinko?
Is it checkers but the expert level?
Right, better checkers. Wait,
Yeah.
no, it's Chinese checkers, and we don't even have a Chinese. You alright, Falcon? But yeah, the one with the horsey dude, I'm with you. I'm thinking someone might be pulling a string here. And I know this crazy stuff all started happening when these red rogues came into town. I've run into these red rogues before, and they do all kinds of shady stuff like this.
Connect 4. That's the game you're thinking about, isn't it?
Yes, and we're about to connect number 4 right now. We got 3, we just got to get number 4.
You know what? I like the cut of your jib. If you like, I can take you to the place where I discovered the body.
Bro, you'd be doing me a huge favor, man.
But listen, between you and me, you can't tell Mr. Dory. He pays me the big bucks.
Oh, dude, I ain't gonna mess with your bread. I know how you gotta put in that work so you can work hard and party hard.
Of course. One day, after I save enough money, I'm gonna go take my test. Then I can become an honorary health inspector.
Nah, man, don't be honorary. Be legit. Be official. Because you can do it, man.
I'll be doing my best to keep this city safe.
How much does it cost
Like
to
you already-
take the test?
The test itself, it's about 500 gold.
Shit, yo, we should.
What is with this economy?
Wow. Jacked up. All right.
It's a very prestigious position. They don't allow anybody to do it.
Yo, I really want to help put this guy through health inspector school. Anybody want to help me do that?
Actually, hold that thought. I have an idea here. Okay, roll with me on this.
Okay.
You know what? I'll tell you what, man. So, you know who the Morgothians are, right?
The Morgothians, of course. One of the most powerful families in all of Mystic Beach.
Right. Well, I got some pull there on account of I am them. Well, one of them at least. As far as I know, there's only one of me. But if we can get this stuff sorted out and get the money flowing again, we'd be in a position to set up a scholarship fund for an aspiring health inspector such as yourself.
You know what? That sounds like a deal that I can get behind.
My,
So dumb.
I love it though.
I
And I'll be
channeled
happy to
Divinity.
do it for you.
I channeled Divinity
Like, I
and got the health inspector badge for him.
Yes.
Well, this is fantastic. An honorary badge for whenever I get the real thing.
But I'll tell you what, man, next time I head back home, I'll make sure that, Mama Morgothian knows about it. That way, whenever we get that money flowing back in, we can get that set up and we can get you on the path to helping out the city in the way you know you can.
Of course. You know what? This sounds fantastic. Let me take you to the scene of the crime right now.
Thank you so much, man. Lead the way, brother.
Absolutely. You guys follow me.
While that conversation was going on, Xardaar was walking around to nearby buildings in the street, just randomly cleaning. There was no pattern, so there are clean spots. Not a clean area, just clean spots everywhere.
It's like Super Mario
disturbing.
Sunshine, but there's like the slime in random places.
Y'all ever used a power washer?
Yes.
And like you can like draw in like like you're washing a driveway and you can like draw in it. I imagine.
Yeah,
it's,
I
like,
just went to random spots and was like,
power washed random leaks.
Nice. Okay, so as he's like walking you guys through Salt Marsh, which you guys are, currently in, he's like,
I love how that went.
yeah.
so dumb.
That was honestly one of my favorite RP sessions so far.
Robert knows how to bro down.
That was excellent. I love that.
Wait to hire this guy for my eventual portable kitchen.
What's up, Robbie? You're muted, Robbie. You're still muted.
talking to your dice tray. Maybe we'll hear you through that camera.
Yes, we can hear through cameras.
Yeah.
You don't know how pi works.
To be fair, my webcam has a microphone, the one I just got, so
Nice.
you are hearing through that camera.
Okay, nice. That's pretty cool. You're still muted, Robbie.
He's like, I know.
Fix the shit.
Swim for now.
There he is.
You're good.
So, I forgot to mention earlier. I think I know exactly what the problem was. Anyway, so after Robert was doing his high five thing with our Kronk, I went up and did the same thing, and I got a 23 to sleight of hand.
I don't think I can make a wisdom saving throw against that unless I roll a nat 20. I did not. You steal one of this guy's memories.
All right, I can dig it.
I can't wait to do one of this guy's memories.
Right? Robert's been told that the memories are effectively random, but he doesn't get that.
Whew, this is excellent. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So as he's walking you guys through Salt Marsh, he goes, I really like working for Mr. Dory. He pays me well, but he doesn't give us any benefits. You know how badly I need dental?
Clearly, very
I
bad.
don't know, man. Like, give me a grin and we'll find out.
He gives you a grin, and he could
I
use
point the
some more.
wand at his teeth.
Right?
Well, there you go. You got a free tooth plan.
You essentially...
Cast Mendon on him.
I was about to say, I
I
healed
know
him.
it works.
I just put my hand on his face and just
Just a robot hand just goes right on him.
You guys...
one of those. He's got some pearly whites, and I give him a sandwich too.
You guys essentially undo like 4 years of like dental work to his teeth, and it looks a lot nicer in there. Oh my god, this is incredible! I really appreciate y'all doing this for me. So it happened right around here.
Just to make money.
What's
Right?
your first name?
Yeah, you guys can just become a fucking dentistry group. He takes you just a little bit east of Hoppenever Asylum, a little bit northeast to this area right over here. So it's an alleyway, and it doesn't seem like an alleyway that like a lot of like people have really gone through. It's kind of like in between two tight places, so it seems to be easily avoided to like get to wherever you're going. You guys are still able to see that there's like a lot of footprints around. Yeah, I found him right here. There's some people from the window there and there also saw him at the exact same time I saw him. They didn't see him commit the murder, but they did see the bloody knife. Is there anything else I can do for you guys while you're here?
I got one last question.
Of course.
Maybe we just haven't asked, but who did he kill?
Oh, he just killed a random fisherman. I guess, Jarm was a fisherman too, so maybe they were competing in the same spot.
Alright. Curiosity sated. Thank you, bro.
What's your first name?
Oh, my first name is Jute. My last name is
Constable.
Constable Jute Constable.
I mean, that's why he became a constable. It was in his name.
Whoa.
Yeah, he didn't even really,
I feel like
he didn't really apply for the job. He just put his name on it.
No, he didn't apply. It was in the census, and he was assigned to it.
yeah, his
It was
full
already there.
his name
It
is
says here you're a constable.
it's Constable Jute. Like his first name is Constable. Then he gained the title of Constable. So Constable
So he's gonna
Constable
be-
Jute.
Health Inspector Constable Jude,
Exactly. Excellent.
or Inspector Constable Jude.
I mean, right now he's only honorary health inspector, Constable Jude.
So now that you guys are at the
Future official health
scene,
inspector, Constable Duke.
Currently
One
honorary.
day he'll be the head Health Inspector Constable Jude.
Why don't you guys give me an investigation check?
Oh, I love it.
I can do those.
No.
Are we still at disadvantage? Thank you.
If you have exhaustion, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Investigation is plus 10, so that's it.
That's a 14 for White Fang.
22 for me.
With disadvantage? Shit.
With disadvantage, yeah.
Nice.
13.
And for Robert, who does not
No.
have disadvantage. No? Okay.
Probably not.
I went ahead and rolled for Constable Jute, too. He got a 19 with his wisdom modifier. That is also a 22. And you notice that there's some of the footprints around here. You can tell the old ones apart from the new ones based on like how far they have sunken into the mud.
Right.
You're able to tell that these prints that are left behind do lead back towards Mr. Dory's warehouse, which you guys are kind of to the southeast of his warehouse.
Would the lenses of Straight Creepin' help us to track these?
Well, they would tell you that where they're going. They're going back towards. They're going towards his warehouse.
How was Jarb executed, by the way? Do we know that?
Charm.
Jarb, how was he executed? Like, was it guillotine or?
Oh,
like,
he was hung and then his body was incinerated.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like
they hit him with firebolts while he was still active.
Yeah.
it seems rather extreme for just a random
whole
fisherman
family.
being killed.
Yeah, it does.
Like he was just imagine like if this dude was Daniel Goldie, like just a random dude. Like what the fuck did he do? Like
Pissed off the wrong motherfucker.
yeah. And as you guys are, and as you notice this, you see a little crab walking by, and Constable Juke goes, "Hold on, guys, I can talk to one of these little fellows here." And he kneels down and he goes, "Squeak, squeak, 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 squeakity, squeak, squeak."
What race is he?
He's a human. He's for sure a human.
I was hoping maybe he was a Trident and he was like actively talking to crabs.
Maybe he's like a half elf and he's half sea elf. Maybe
No, he
that's
picked up an elective.
He's taking crab with learning annex.
Yes, right.
I took crab over at the community college. I'm almost fluent in it. I'm working my way up.
And he was part of the junior claw range.
Yes. This little guy over here, he tells me these tracks over here, they're not human tracks. They look a little weird. Yeah, they lead all the way back over to Mr. Dory's place, but they're definitely not human.
Well, you work for Mr. Dory. Is there anything not human and weird coming out of there?
Oh yeah, there's so much going out of his warehouse. There's manticores, there's a weird frog thing, there's these weird tentacly squid things. I guess it kind of looks like the tentacly squid things.
Gross.
Where are they like? They got like squid heads with tentacles hanging down from mouths like that, but then people bodies.
No, they don't have tentacles hanging from their mouths. Their legs are just tentacles, I'd say. They're like jellified creatures with arms and 4 tentacly legs.
That sounds delightful.
That sounds gross and weird.
Seems like they're not mind flayers, so that's good.
Oh yeah, they're super weird.
Do they ever get out of the warehouse?
Only at night.
Are they supposed to get out of the warehouse?
Yeah, he sends him out to do some things for him. Mr. Dory doesn't really leave his ship anymore. Usually about an hour a day if he really needs to go somewhere.
His ship.
Oh yeah, and he like points in between like the cluster of houses. You see his warehouse. His warehouse is like hanging above this like open. It in front of his warehouse is this really big mud pit where a lot of the alchemists that live in the area. There's like a runoff that runs through this pit. From the very top floor of his warehouse, it's about 3 stories tall. There is a ship that is just hanging there. It's not like in the water. It's like literally suspended up in the air. And he tells you, Mr. Dory, he just stays in his ship all day.
Weird.
Does it look like it's also boarded, or does it look like it's gonna fall over at any minute?
It's being suspended by like this thick, long, rusty chain. You can like hear it creaking like every like minute or so. You hear because it's like just this old, heavy chain that is like that is holding it up.
Where is that chain anchored?
To a big crane that is that comes from within the warehouse.
Okay.
Creepy.
Good to know.
I like it.
Is there anything else I can tell you guys? You know, I am an employee of Mr. Dory, not by choice, but by necessity.
Well, how do them there? Like, where do them squiddy things come out?
They go in the ship. They come out of the ship. During the day, we don't really see them.
When's the last time you saw Mr. Dory?
Mr. Dory, you know, now that you mention it, it's been a good 2 weeks or so. I saw him walking around town a while back. He went to the perfumer, and then he went back into a ship.
I hear he's looking a little strange now. Little blue.
Oh, yeah, dude looks super gross. He's like all slimy and stuff now. He really smells. Now he's buying barrels of perfume from the perfumer by the barrel full.
Buying barrels by the barrel full.
Yeah. The guy smells real bad, so he needs a lot of good smelling stuff.
Where is this perfumer?
The perfumer, his name is...
Somebody write it down, because I'm not gonna...
Where the hell is it? Where the fuck is it? Oh, his...
So while he's looking at it, I'm reminded of that quest in Dragon Quest where you meet the like zombie at the girl's who gets perfume from her dad
To smell like the best zombie, the prettiest
to be
zombie.
the prettiest smelling walking corpse anybody's ever seen.
I have an idea of how we can get into Mr. Dory's private chambers.
And this is also a game where he experiences Puff Puff in every city he goes to, and on a floating island in the sky.
Puff Puff isn't always a euphemism.
We can hide in perfume barrels.
Perfume barrels.
Delivered right to his room.
So I got a question. When he started needing this perfume, like I assume he was smelling horrible. Would it be a stretch to say he smelled like death?
You know what? That's not very far off. Yeah, the dude just smells real bad now. Kind of like a rotting, decaying body that's been left out in the ocean for a few days.
Right, like
That
he's
was
been, like he's
very
been keel
specific.
hauled or
Okay.
something, you know.
I noticed that.
Well, the perfumer, his name is Master Lockwood. You can find him over there in Broadsword Way. He's the best perfumer in the area.
Oh yeah, my mom gets stuff from him all the time.
Oh, yeah. Dude's a professional.
Right. All right. Hey, Constable G, appreciate your time, man. And I'm gonna make sure I talk to my mama about getting a scholarship set up for you to be a health inspector.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. I'm glad I was able to help. You guys take care there. All right?
I offer him the sandwich hole.
Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, let me see what's in there. He reaches in there, and it's a steak, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Dope.
He's like a big buff dude, like Kronk.
Have you started just a list of sandwich names to have at the ready?
No, but I should. I have a lot of. I mean, my head is just filled with a lot of sandwiches. 'Cause I love sandwiches, even though I can't have them. They'll come to me. Okay, and hey guys, hey Mr. Dory, he's a real scary dude. He's never really alone. He's always got some kind of company with him. So be careful, especially with that scary frog guy that hangs around at night. And between you and me, everyone gets off at 5.
That's good information. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Of course, I'll be waiting for that scholarship.
You got it, brother.
And he walks away. So you guys are not that far off from Mr. Dory's warehouse. He's giving you the name of the perfumer that's in Broadsword Way. It is still kind of early in the morning. I'd say it's about 12 o'clock or so, around the afternoon. What would you guys like to do?
Figure out what time it is. It's early in the morning. It's noon now.
Yeah.
I know what time it is.
Well, you spent some time walking to the asylum. You spent some time in there. You walked out. You know, some hours have passed.
There was some walking.
Yeah.
Did you Google list of sandwiches?
I'm on Wikipedia now.
Sandwiches. Yes, please show me.
This is a list of notable sandwiches.
It's just American sub, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Wait,
Bagel
what
toast, baked bean.
Baked beans?
It's English.
That's so British.
Actually, it's Boston.
Ew. That's worse.
Canned baked beans on white or brown bread, sometimes with butter.
Take them out of the can first.
Bratwurst. That's not a sandwich.
Something Vietnamese, barbecue, something
Banh mi.
Chilean,
A banh mi.
another thing Chilean.
Banh mi is delicious.
Caviar.
Oh,
What?
there's a donkey
Brazilian.
burger.
More Brazilian.
Lazy example for the chicken sandwich.
Wait, there's a donut sandwich, and there's a sandwich called the Dynamite.
Whoa, that thing is huge.
The Dak Wood.
That makes sense. He does eat giant sandwiches in the comic.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's do it.
All right.
From Denmark.
So, where do you guys want to go to next?
That's not from Denmark. That's a Game of Thrones character.
It's a Danish cuisine.
I kind of want to go get a donut
What's the
sandwich.
difference? But do they have the Luther?
The Luther.
I would be
Or
down
Blue
to check out the perfume shop. I think it's best to know as much as we
The
can
Luther burger?
to the warehouse.
Yes. Yes, that's it right there.
The Luther. Nice. Okay, so the perfume store. Is that where you guys want to go?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, ice cream
So-
sandwich. How have I not thought of that? Fuck.
By the way, whenever I said Connect 4, I just Googled games like checkers, and it was the first one that came up.
D&D powered by Google.
I can't wait to like listen back to this and see what I actually like sounded like.
It was pretty good.
You started getting a little Forrest Gumpy there near the end, but you
Yeah.
Well, it takes some work. It takes some work. Maybe he'll be a recurring character or something.
I mean, he was talking too much. He was wearing down his intelligence.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
we need to
So you're
adopt
saying he might have Skull's disease?
Early onset.
Okay.
Early onset.
We need to fix that if he's going to be a health inspector.
A skull has a solution! Subtitles!
I'm so proud of that, by the way.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, let's see. You guys walk over to Broadsword Way. There's a bunch of different shops all over the area. But you kind of follow your nose until you find Master Lockwood. And he's got a big sign outside of his tent that says Lockwood's Perfumery. You guys walk in and you see this tall, slender elf man. Elves usually have they're not usually bald. It appears as though he shaves his head to be bald. He's going for a certain look.
Bold choice. And as Pi rubs his hand over his bald head.
He immediately sees you and he goes, "Oh, well, hello there. How may I help you smell better today?"
Well, you start with that.
That
Maybe
was
smell
a new
better
car.
than ass.
Whoa, there was a lot going on there. How about we take it one at a time? It's not often that I have 3 beautiful young men in here.
That's 4 of us.
I'm gonna roll insight to see if I'm one of the beautiful young men.
Or if he's messing with you.
Well, I didn't get a very high roll, so I probably don't know.
Robert,
Yeah, I'm
you
interested.
think you're the one that he's not referring to.
I got a 25.
21.
And what did Anne get?
19 plus. This is insight?
Yes.
1, so 20.
Okay, Robert thinks it's him. The rest of you guys, you feel Robert's doubt in your mind, and you start thinking it's him too.
I need to smell pretty.
Anything to make me smell like a new car.
What did you say, Pi?
I asked if he had anything that smells like a new car.
New car? Yes.
Especially if they knew what cars were.
I have
Which raises different questions.
I have the scent of oil and the scent of leather. Mix those together and you have the new car smell.
How much?
Fine.
For a bottle of it, 25 gold.
I'll take it.
He sees you raise your eyebrow and he goes, "You want to smell good, don't you?" He gives you a perfume of new car smell.
I get him 25 gold. And a Morgan necklace.
Oh, thank you. This is wonderful. Thanks.
This is Marvin.
This economy.
He doesn't really know.
You perfume yourself, I assume, correct?
Say that again?
You make this perfume yourself, I assume, correct?
Of course, everything here is handmade.
I was, as a cleric of the god of craftsmen, I thank you.
Oh, of course. I do everything myself. I just want to make the world smell a little bit better.
Props, bro.
There's so much
I
salt in
hear
the
you.
air.
I gave him a sandwich.
So I got a question for you, actually.
Yes.
So, me and my buddies here, sometimes we find ourselves in some sticky and stinky situations, and sometimes after we're done with what we need to do, we smell like death that's been keel-hauled thrice over. What kind of stuff would you use to make that smell go away?
Well, of course, there's a little bit of lavender, a little bit of poppy seed. Let's see. You want to get rid of that death smell, so I'd say a little sprinkle of cinnamon in there as well. A little cinnamon goes a long way. What was that, Pi?
A little poopery.
A little poopery, yes.
I love the cookery.
With some potent potables.
I can give you a quick sample of it, and you see he has these barrels all inside his tent. It's a little dark in there, except for the opening of this tent. He takes a little dropper, and he takes a little bit from 3 different barrels, and he squirts it into a small sample size little perfume spray. And he puts all 3 in there, and he squirts it on you, and he says, "That will get rid of the smell of death." You know, one of my biggest clients, he buys this combination by the barrel full.
Just a bottle of that.
Who might that be?
Oh, I'm not at liberty at discussing my clients, but it is someone who, I should say, is a runner of the town.
Well, I've smelled this coming from, let's say, a certain warehouse that might have a ship that doesn't sail, if you know what I mean.
Oh, are you associates of him?
Well, I'm one of the Morgothians, and my family is also one of the runners of the town. I'm sure you sent perfume to my mama because she would accept nothing but the best.
What's her name?
Yeah, I forgot her name, Dylan.
Did it come up? I just called her mama.
Yeah,
You always call her that, and I've been wondering what her name is.
I don't think it ever came up. Let me go to a elf name randomizer, the fantasy name generator.com.
We named the sister, but I don't think we named the mom.
While he's doing that, can anybody remember what the quote was that we were doing for Vinny for this week? It was, you've collected everything to collect, or something of that nature.
Collectively, you've collected all the information.
There we go.
So yeah, something like that. Her name is Soliana.
Sure, that sounds fancy.
Soliana. The information.
Oh,
Wait, forget the last name. I didn't mean to copy the last name.
Sounds like a villain.
Yeah. So when you mention that you're a Morgothian, his eyes widen really huge, and he takes a step back and he bows to you immediately. And he says, "Oh, yes, of course. I supply your mother with all my finest scents and smells. You must be her son, of course. I haven't seen her husband in quite some time. Your father." Well, Mr.
Last we heard, he's still asleep, though if you would not, I'd appreciate it. Some of the work I have to do as part of the family business requires discretion. And people bowing in front of me kind of gets in the way of that.
Yes, sir. I won't give your secrets away. And he corrects his posture a little bit to not be so super formal. But he says, but you do understand your mother, she really likes that kind of detail in the people that supply her with things, correct?
Absolutely.
I understand, and I will be more mindful when I am around you, sir.
I mean, if you're on our property, I ain't gonna stop you. Mostly because my mother will tear your head off if you don't do it. I ain't gonna put you in that kind of predicament.
Understandably so. Well, Mr. Morgothian, how may I assist you today?
Just call me Robert. Don't need people walking by hearing that name.
Robert? Yes. How can I help you?
How long has Mr. Dory needed this particular sample?
Well, he has never seen me before. He's been coming to me for about a month now. He waited about a month before his first shipment. Then he's been coming to me about every other day. He last saw me yesterday for a shipment. And he's been, like I said, buying a barrel full of my perfumes. When he arrives here, the stench is horrendous. So much so that if I have any other clients within my tent, they leave immediately.
That can't be good for business, no matter how much he's buying. You can't be known as the perfume vendor with a stanky hut.
How big are these barrels?
Dude,
I assume they're pretty big.
They're like huge whiskey-sized barrels. Like they're a good 4.5 feet tall.
And he gets one barrel at a time?
Yes.
And he basically bathes in the stuff.
What's the scent that you're selling?
Oh, the scent for him is the one that I sampled for you earlier. It's a little bit of lavender, some poppy seed, and some cinnamon. It really gets the salt from the air away, but also the scent of death. It just wrings it right out of your skin.
Oh, that's delightful.
Well, he needs it. The man is just... He reeks of death.
And he's supposed to come by here tomorrow.
Aye, he is.
Does he normally come around the same time, or is it random?
Oh, well, it's a little bit different. The man, when he appears here, he always seems irritated, almost as if he's a hurry to return from whence he comes. He does send, I don't know what to call them, servants, employees, to pick up his barrels for him. There are these creatures with these white tentacles and just a white fish-like face.
Gross.
They are. I don't know what to call them. I just give them the barrels, they give me the money, and they go about their way. Last time I saw him was about, I'd say 9 days ago was the last time I saw him in person.
So he ain't been coming himself for a while now.
No,
Alright.
he is not. I am to believe that he has sequestered himself to his ship.
Which means his stank can only be getting worse.
I haven't been to Saltmarsh in quite some time, but Saltmarsh is already a pretty smelly area.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's on a completely different tier of stankiness.
I mean, based on what I've seen when he did last come in person, he was not smelling all right. I hope... Is he what?
I activate my primeval awareness.
Your primeval awareness? Okay, what did you say, Pi?
I was just saying he's S tier.
S tier? Yeah. And what does your primeval awareness do, Xardaar?
I'm just checking to see if there's an undead in the city right now.
What's the distance on it?
1 mile.
Is that from Ranger, right?
Yeah, that's a ranger thing.
Awesome, nice.
Great run.
You did not detect any undead. No undead
Any
within
fiend?
a mile. No fiend.
Fiends, aberrations.
Aberrations, for sure. You definitely detect some aberrations.
Alright.
And I have an idea, but I don't think you're gonna like it.
Alright.
I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. And we're gonna need your help there. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do is we're gonna send in an extra barrel with the next shipment on account of he's been buying so much so often. He's been such a loyal customer.
You're right. I don't like this idea already.
It's okay. I'm not done yet. So I was thinking Pi might be able to help with this. Like, I'm not saying we just dunk you in a barrel of perfume because you might end up upside down and drown. We don't need that to happen.
Yeah.
It'd be like that time you got eaten by a mimic.
That was a fun time.
That was
So what I was
entertaining.
thinking is, if need be, I think Pi could help out with this. We can make a barrel where if you open it up, it's got perfume, but there's only like a little bit of it. And then it's just like a little false top, and then he can just pop that off and get out, and then he can let us in. And we can do some snooping. Or stab it.
Well, Mr. Morgothian, if you would like, for the price of the barrels that Mr. Dory buys from me, I can just deliver you for myself to his warehouse. His men have seen me, they know me, they will believe any shipment that I take to him, but it will cost you.
How much are we talking about here?
Well, I normally sell my barrels for about 100 gold each. So if there are 4 barrels, because there are 4 of you, that would be 400 gold.
I'm gonna kind of wave to the party to like come to the corner. I didn't say anything before, but I'm not sure we should be speaking about these plans on the open like this. And I'm saying this to where he can't hear this.
You've like stepped away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know who this guy is. We could give him 400 gold, and he tosses us over a cliff. What if he likes Mr. Dory? I'm not sure we should just be saying, hey, we're going to break in. But also, we don't need a barrel. I can dimension door in with one of you. And then just open the door.
Well, see, I wasn't going to just give him the money. I was going to say that my family will pay him once the job is completed.
That's still us putting our trust in this guy we don't know, but he locks us in barrels that we can't see out of, and hope that he's not friends with Mr. Dory and is okay with us sneaking in.
Alright, I got an idea. Alright. We like this idea, but we do have another avenue we want to check first.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just a salesman trying to make a buck.
Absolutely. And for your time, I will go ahead and take one of those bottles of that there Bye Death Stank.
And I would like to roll insight when he said I'm a salesman trying to make bucks, seeing if he's telling the truth or if he is.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
The hell? And landed on top of other dice all cockeyed.
I got a 14, so maybe.
I got a 12.
Okay. I guess 22 for
White Fang
Xardaar.
knows.
I guess
I don't know what White Fang's.
what you guys would know is that the merchants of Broadsword Way, they don't really have any allegiances. With the 22, yes, Mr. Dory has been like buying a lot of barrels as of late, but even before Mr. Dory, this man was already comfortably like in business, you know. So his like income, his income has increased possibly since Mr. Dory has gotten whatever has happened to him. But even without Mr. Dory, you get the feeling that he'll be just fine.
Okay.
Like his large local shipments have increased, but he's probably lost a couple small sales because people keep leaving whenever he comes around, so it's probably balanced out.
Actually,
Yeah.
hold that thought. How have your exports been doing? Because I know nothing's gotten out of here in at least a month.
Not so well. Instead of shipping all over the coast, I've been only selling here out of my shop because I can't get anything out of here. I've sent a few barrels out, and they have never returned. At least the money for them have never returned. So I have just been selling here. If people can't get to me by ship, then they will get to me by land.
True. That takes forever.
It does take some time, but the money is still there.
True. Alright, we're going to keep that in mind, and we might just circle back with you.
Well, I will be here in order to help you in any way that I can, sirs.
Yep, and how much do I owe you for that one there bottle?
That will be 25 gold, please.
Gladly.
So you have something that makes you smell like Mr. Dory.
I was thinking that we could, back when I thought he got more than one barrel, I was thinking we would buy one of those and just spray the top of the empty barrels. So you'd be like, yeah, there's perfume in there. But now that I know it's just one barrel, I guess we could do it to the one if we still do that.
I mean, you guys still have time. It's like the afternoon or so. You can like spy out his warehouse if you would like to see if you can see anything. I mean, Master Lockwood has given you an option. It's up to you. You can honestly, like, I think Anne and Robert and Pi would know that there's a lot of shady people in Saltmarsh that, like, you could find, like, some quote-unquote help around Saltmarsh on, like, how to sneak in and, like, do some other stuff. You have some options.
I'm not too worried about it. Xardaar can cast without trace.
Yeah.
And super sneaky.
And Pi can dimension door.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to do a quick sweep of the warehouse and see if there's anything that I can find. And then additionally, possibly talk to Pyrrha and see if she knows anything about what's going on with Mr. Dory.
Okay.
Quick point of order. Dimension door, I can only do once a day.
Ah.
So I can get in, but not back out.
Okay.
And you can bring only, what, one creature with you?
One willing creature.
Well, if it's just to open a door, then
Right. Like, I'm not that worried about it. Worst case scenario, I will just go cast darkness somewhere and walk through the darkness.
There you go.
Okay.
amen.
And poof, I'm in.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
I won't do that, they'll hear me.
So it is like 10:30. It's past 10:30. I know that's our kind of like a stopping point. Do you guys want to like stop here for the night, or maybe go another like 15 or so? Up to you guys. I'm good for either one.
I'm good with wrapping it here.
Yeah, same.
Sounds good.
All right.
Did you want me to do another con save before we ended it?
Yes, I feel as though it's been like enough hours since your first one. Give me a con save, Robbie. DC 15.
Hey, 15 plus 2,
Nice.
so 17.
Okay, so I believe that is a success. So you guys see Anne just like coughing up a lung. And as he's like coughing, it's not just like this black ichor that comes out. It honestly looks like a seed has come out of his lungs, or come out of his mouth, as he like spits this like solid thing out.
The Kill Bill siren starts emitting out of Pie's mouth.
Love it.
And after you like spit this thing out, you feel better again. Your lost HP, your maximum goes back to what it was, but you're still down the amount that you were out. So I think it was 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that.
So essentially, like, you took 2 damage.
All right, cool.
And it was necrotic, by the way. I don't know if that affects any of your resistances or whatnot.
No, I'm only resistant to lightning. So
Nice. All right, guys, good sesh. I think I know what next session is going to look like. It'll be a little bit more combat-oriented, but I think, depending on what you guys do, but I think it'll be a good one.
all right.
Good sesh, guys. I'll see y'all, I guess, Sunday.
All right, sounds good.
Later, boys.
Sounds good.
Adios,
Later, guys.
guys.